my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. This is going to be the flip through final of the junk journal that I made using my junk pile. And I have decided that I am going to sell this. So if you are interested in purchasing this, send me an email at happilyellaafter@gmail.com, and it is spelled the exact same way as my YouTube channel. So let me tell you a little bit about her. She's thick. The journal is 6x6, has a 2.5-inch spine, 3 signatures, and I used a 5-hole pamphlet stitch to secure the signatures to the book. The cover, spine, totally handmade. I have videos where you can see that process. And it has a tassel that has a couple of charms. I used bees. I had these cute little bee charms in my stash, so I decided to use it. Here I have a little fabric rose and some more beads, and I attached them to the spine using the ring fastener and some bulb pins. I used those same bulb pins and more charms to create 3 dangly charms, one for each of the signature, and you'll see that better once I open the book. And it's attached to each signature using a what do they call these, bulldog clips, I think, I forget. So you can move those around. And I use some sari silk for the wrap. So let me share with you what she looks like. What a labor of love. So this is the wrap. It's just some sari silk. Here's the cover. And again, there are videos sharing the process, so be sure to check it out. Has this beautiful metal frame here. Look how thick she is. And I think that's more reflection of the materials I used than anything else. So let's go through this. I have 3 signatures. Each signature was made using a cereal box cover and some trim, crochet trim in this case. So inside cover, you have a thick tag with the clear pocket and a journaling spot in there. Also throughout the book, I just took some scraps of paper from my stash, kind of folded them, rounded the corners, and tucked them in here and there to create some additional journaling space. This is a little flip. Now, as usual, I do some embellishing on my albums, but I don't go crazy because I figure whoever ends up owning this beauty will want to make it their own. So I don't go crazy. I just add enough to make it interesting, but leave it alone so that you can make it yours. This is journaling card I made using a box of corn mix. I stapled some fabric on it so that it's easy to grab hold of and pull in and out. Some stamping throughout. This is just extra paper that found its way in there. Not sure why, but I'll leave it in there. Here's a little flip. And all of these elements were made by recycling junk mail, cereal boxes. The papers are papers from my stash. I think I have a video where I show the papers in more detail. Some are vintage, a lot of them are vintage, a lot of them are not. Here's a tall skinny tag I made using the side panel of one of the boxes. You have a lot of Project Life cards tucked throughout the book, so you can use them or pull them out if you don't like them. Each of the signatures also has like a little signature within the signature. It's the cutest thing. So here's that clip I was talking about. And I attached a bow pin to it with some charms. So each of the signatures has like a mini book that I created using an envelope. I upcycled an envelope, took some papers from my scrap stash, my little scrap pile, and just made an eclectic little signature, tucked in some Project Life cards. I did some stamping. Each of the signatures within the signatures is different, so that's the one I created for this one. So, and I think that's what adds to some of the girthiness, some of the thickness of the journal. So they can easily be removed if keeping them in there is not something you want to do, or if you want to use them for something totally separate and different. Here's a little spot to tuck some stuff in. Wallpaper. You can see I didn't put, sometimes I put envelopes in the center of each of the signature to kind of hide where the knot is. I didn't do that this time. And I gotta tell you, this 5-hole pamphlet stitch, oh my God, did I struggle with it. Hurt my fingers. I usually do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, but this time decided, hey, let's do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. Oh my. Here we have another tuck spot, another Project Life card. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the 5-hole pamphlet stitch just because there's that much more work that absolutely kills my fingers. Another journaling spot here. Made a pocket there. This is, I recycled a birthday card. That's why it says, whose day, your day, but I figured you can write something special on the back. Another tuck spot here with a tall skinny tag. The tall skinny tags do have a metal tab at the top that I glued on using, I think it was my fabric tack glue. I have videos on how I made those. Another Project Life card. More stamping. I did add these little labels, sticker labels of, you can see, little mushrooms. Thought it went well with the book. Here's another belly band kind of spot where you can tuck things. I added more Project Life cards. So, I mean, plenty of spaces. Here's a little key. I use some chocolate wrapping just to create a little point of interest there. That's signature number 1. Here's signature number 2. It's Frosted Flakes. They all have the same general layout. Some minor differences. I think the center signature may have 2 pages fewer or less than the other signatures, only because I removed 2 pages that ripped while I was trying to attach the signature. I wasn't happy with the 2 torn pages and was afraid that, you know, they would end up falling out, so I just removed them myself. Another belly band, some Project Life cards. Little flip spot here with a little tag. I took a Project Life card and just trimmed it so that it would fit in here. You could stamp on here or just take this out and put a picture in here. You have a cool window to play with right there. Tuck pocket here, another skinny tag. I added a book page here. This was pretty cute. It was in my paper stash, so I decided to just add it in there. This little nursery rhymes, Rain, Rain, Go Away, Little Jack Horner, and Humpty Dumpty. You can do something with that, have some fun. Have that tall skinny tag. I also have this this wheel from an escape room type game. Thought maybe you might want to have some fun with that. So I always try to include elements that you can kind of alter and make your own. Here we have another one of those signatures within the signatures. This is the bow clip. That I embellished. I have a spot up here where you can put away some stuff, some pages to play with. A little journaling spot in the front. I use Project Life cards to just pretty this up a little bit, but if you look on the inside, clearly it's an envelope. It's a Discover card. They send their mailers and like their mail in some of the prettiest envelopes. So like pink and gray colors, beige, not your standard just plain white. So when I get those types of mailers, I tend to keep them. All right, I'll fuss with that later. Or now. So another pocket here with some journaling cards. Tall skinny tag. This one was made using this panels from the Ranzoni box. Pasta. Journaling spot here. Another pocket there with some cards. Here's another pocket, more cards. So you can totally use the cards or just remove them and add your own. This is wrapping paper. Another one of those stickers. Here we have a little pocket that I created using some packaging from a pop animation doll. I just trimmed down this little Project Life card and put it in there, but you can put a picture or something else. You have music pages, you have various pages from different books. It's some graph paper. It's a nice eclectic little book. I actually love it. Well, that's going to bother me. I'm going to put some glue right there, right now. So it took me a little longer than I had anticipated to finish these journals, but I persisted, I finished, and I think they turned out great. So that's the second signature. Here's the third signature. It's Captain Crunch. And again, pocket on the inside with one of those thick tags, clear pockets, journaling card. I think you get a general sense. Here's a little flip. Clearly I use advertisement, right? This one like flips out quite a bit. So there's plenty of space there to make that your own. Another one of those pockets I created with that packaging. This time I took a Project Life card and I stamped it. No, yeah, I folded it in half. Take that back. This is not a Project Life card. This is some scrapbooking paper. I folded it in half, rounded the corners, stamped on it, and inked it. So you have a great little journaling spot right there. Here's another little flip out I made using my absentee ballot envelopes. Another tall skinny tag, another journaling spot there. Here's another one of the little signatures within a signature. Here's the bow clip. Turn to be. There's, isn't that pretty? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Love those. Here's the third signature. This one I had some scraps of this pretty paper. I remember when I bought this paper, I used it to print some invitations for my daughter's Harry Potter themed birthday. So it kind of looks like parchment paper. It's not actual parchment paper, but it's just meant to look like it. I had these tall cut-offs left over, so I kind of just I created like a waterfall type journaling spot in here. And the signatures, the little signatures within the signatures, those are actually stapled down the center. Those are not sewn. The only sewing in this book is the sewing on the spine to attach the signature, and the sewing on the cover to attach the metal piece. This metal piece right here, I was afraid that it, you know, could fall off, even though I used some pretty strong glue to adhere it. So I tacked it on using, you could probably see it maybe a little bit. See that? Some gold thread. So that's definitely not coming off, even if the glue fails. I don't think the glue will fail, but I'm a big fan of, you know, safety nets. And the safety net is that it's sewn on, so it's not going anywhere. Pocky box to create somewhere to tuck some tags. Wallpaper. This is postage from a package my husband received from Ukraine. Another tuck spot. I created that by just adhering some plain cards. Here is another journaling spot. Another pocket with some tags. So you can definitely see that this is made from actual chunk, in addition to some papers from my stash and other trims. I absolutely adore the way this turned out. I will stamp my maker mark here. Should have done that, but I forgot, but I'll do that. And it's my maker mark is not some big obnoxious mark. It's just it's a little fairy stamp that has my name and mailing address. You can always cover it up if you don't want it there. But yeah, that's the journal. And again, she is 6 by 8 with a 2.5-inch spine, 3 signatures, tassel, charm for the spine. She has a tassel on the spine, I should say, and 3 dangly charms on the signatures. Also has this beautiful metal piece in the front, using some sari silk as a wrap. Keeping it simple. Had this pretty red sari silk on my desk, so decided to use it. Pretty much the theme here was to use whatever was on my desk, and I'm pretty pleased with the way it turned out. These bow clips you can move around and put the charms wherever you want them. You don't have to put them in the same way that I did. You can put them in whatever way you want. Okay. And I'm also, in addition to the journal, going to include 2 packages. One has some fabric scraps that were laying on my desk. That's a freebie. And another is 20 Project Life type cards. And put them in these bags that I recycled. I received these bags from purchases that I made from Diane H. And I included these little embellishments that someone sent to me many moons ago. I haven't used it, so I decided to pass it on. Maybe you can use it. Okay, so what's in here will be the surprise, and it's a freebie. So that is my journal for all who watch the process. Thank you so very much for joining me and watching as I create this beauty. Oh, did I mention she also has metal tabs, metal book corners. Okay. I think it turned out really pretty. Really pretty. Very happy with the way it turned out. So, there you have it. If you are interested in purchasing this beauty, kindly send me an email at happilyellaafter@gmail.com. And again, it is spelled the exact same way as my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. I truly do appreciate it. And I will catch you all in the next video. Until next time, bye-bye.